Now, as you can see by the title of today's video, I'm gonna be giving you 5 reasons to avoid buying a GTR. Now, these reasons are reasons that nobody will tell you, but I'm gonna be completely honest about this vehicle. But before I do that, do us a big favor. Make sure, if you have not yet joined the Bertini family, click on me that subscribe button, please. This way you can stay up to date on all our build series content, bro chachos. On that note, go ahead and roll the intro. Now let me just set the context before we jump into what the top 5 are. Our GTR is a 2013 GTR with 40,000 miles on it. And our GTR has had quite a little bit of work done to it. So, the first reason as to why you would not want to own a GTR, and I'm sorry to crush all of you little boys and girls' dreams out there who want to own one of these things. The first reason is, it's freaking amazing. Buy one. I'm just kidding. I mean, it is an amazing car, but the first reason is the brake squeal. You ain't getting rid of it. I don't care how many different pads and compounds and rotors you try. Eventually, they all will squeal. Every single one of them. Listen to that. Oh my God. Ew. Brother, ew.
Brother, ew. What's that? What's that, brother?
It's embarrassing, guys. Like, imagine you pull up on date night, you and your girl, or you and your guy, we don't discriminate, to that valet. Everybody's looking at the GTR like, ooh, that's my dream car. And then you hit those brakes to slow down, and then all of a sudden, that's all people hear. It's embarrassing, and they don't understand that this is a high-performance vehicle. So that's the number one thing. Good luck with trying to get rid of brake squeal. I just realized we need gas. And this baby, I only fill up with E85. That's a lie. I don't only fill up with E85, but most of the time, or a lot of the time, I run E85. There's all the power benefits, guys. It just knocks up the horsepower by like 200, 300 horsepowers.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
So let's go get some gas real quick. Now that we got gasolina, reason number 2 on why you would not want to buy a GTR is actually probably one of the biggest reasons. And that is because the GTR is a race car, people. It is not a luxury sports car. It is not a luxury exotic, even though people try to do that. It is not your daily driver. There goes that brake squeal again. It is built for the racetrack. Now, while yes, you can daily drive this thing, it is very loud in this cabin. You feel the entire road. There is nothing about this thing that is like, wow, I should drive one of these daily, other than the fact that you look cool in it. Which, yes, that's like 100% of the reason why people want it. Oh, and this. For the amount of money you spend on this thing, you can get a really nice luxury sports car that's actually faster than this, like a G80 BMW, you know, M4, M3s, maybe even some M2s that are faster than the GTR. And those vehicles can be driven tamed down, still very drivable. The GTR, it just always wants to be driven fast. This vehicle does not like not being driven fast. You hear every clink and crank. You put this thing into drive, you hear clinks, clanks, reverse, clinks, clank. This vehicle makes all sorts of creaks and noises. And that's how they are brand new. Which brings me to point number 3, the price point for a GTR. Now, not too long ago, in early 2024, you could pick these up for a decent price. 2023, even better. But now, thanks to them no longer making the GTR anymore, these things have skyrocketed in value. Sure, good for me when I decide to sell it someday, but bad for you who's trying to buy it. And because the GTR is so limited in numbers, people are taxing a lot of money on these things right now. And for the price you're gonna pay for one, you can get a lot of other cars at that price point. Some really cool stuff. There's a whole lot you can get at this price point. Now, punto numero cuatro, some of y'all might find to be pretty damn silly. But first, let me explain. So point number 4, the GTR gets a massive amount of attention. And I know, everybody's like, oh, poor you, getting all that attention in the GTR. I will admit, yes, it is very, very intoxicating when you first get the GTR. I would say probably even for about like the first month, maybe even 2 months, where you pull up and everybody stares. It doesn't matter where you go. Everybody is always staring at the GTR. You think Lamborghinis get attentions, or Porsches, or Corvettes, McLarens, Audi R8s? You clearly have never owned a GTR. The amount of attention a GTR gets, literally by every owner. That's the mythical creature of the GTR, Godzilla. Everybody stares, wants pictures with it, wants to rev it, wants to hear it, and that becomes annoying after some time. You don't think so, but trust me, it does. And me, I'm the worst, because I ain't breaking no kids' hearts. Anytime a kid wants to hear it rev, I'm revving it. Anytime somebody wants a flyby, I'm doing it. Anytime somebody wants to sit in the cockpit or take pictures with it, I let them. But yeah, that gets old after a while. And punto numero 50, and trust me, this is a really big point. The mods for a GTR are way more expensive than your vehicle. And trust me, bro chacho, you are definitely gonna wanna mod a GTR. Nobody leaves these things stock. And if you're like, oh, I'm just gonna get wheels. Yeah, those are gonna set you back around $4,000 at a minimum. And let's say you go with some real premium wheels. Well, you're looking at upwards of about $12,000. And tires? The tires on my GTR, they're a little over $2,000. Now sure, you could go with the very basic of every mod, and you could save yourself some money. But still, GTR tax is very real. The turbo kit for your car, $4,000. The turbo kit for a GTR, the one you're gonna want, without supporting mods, mind you, not turnkey, $9,000. Damn! And you're still gonna need about another $14,000 to support that kit. Oh, GTR tax. Now, things like maintenance and all that stuff's really cheap. You can do most of that stuff on your own for the most part. It's not as bad as people say it is, so I wouldn't be too concerned with maintenance costs. And so long as the GTR owner did the right preventative maintenance on their GTR transmission, you're Gucci, bro chachos. Nothing to worry about there. Pretty much with any full bolt-on GTR, it's safe. So my recommendation to you, if you're looking to purchase a GTR, just know what you're buying. You're buying a race car that is allowed to drive on the street. And you might want to think about buying one with full bolt-ons. Let the previous owner take the depreciation hit from that, because if you have to come out of pocket for full bolt-on, you're gonna be in about another 15 grand, and that's just if you're doing like the decent stuff. It could get a lot more expensive than that on the high performance stuff. So take that advice if you will. By the way, huge shout out to Blockhead and Alan for all of these beautiful roller shots that have been used in today's video. Thanks to them, we got these beautiful shots. Thank the devil for friends. Am I right? Now, I just wanted to be completely honest with you all. That's why I gave you these reasons, just so you know what you're buying before you buy it. Listen to those brakes squeal. And I'm sure many of you are wondering, why, Bertini, do you own it if you have so many negative things to say about it? Because people, it is a GTR, and there is no other vehicle in the world like a GTR, and only somebody who's sat in one or owned one understands the iconicness and raw Godzilla-ness of the GTR, truly understands what I'm talking about. I'll show you. Whew. People, holy bloody hell. It's just wow. It's just wow. And the sounds of the GTR, it's just everything. You can't help but have a Kool-Aid smile in this thing. It's priceless. Listen to this thing just purr. It is truly Godzilla. I love my Boost Logic titanium exhaust system. That really does take things up a notch. On that note, people, stay tuned in for the build series on this GTR. Also, stay tuned in for the build series on our Ninja H2. We have a lot in store. With that being said, thank you so much for watching our videos, bro chachos. We appreciate you mucho. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell. This way you can stay up to date on all our build series content. Let me know in the comments section down below what's your favorite part of the GTR or your least favorite. On that note, make sure you're putting out good energy into the world and hey, you're paying it forward. I'll check you out later. Bye now.